everyone, this is Julie Shane. Today's class is going to be a pre or postnatal class, but also just a great class for anyone that is looking for opening their shoulders up and improving their posture. So it'll just be a quick class, hopefully something that you can get to every day or take pieces from every day in order to help improve kind of what I think of as like the mama hunch, right? Everything is pulling you forward when you're a mom, whether you're growing a baby inside of you or you're taking care of a baby. And so this is just to remedy some of that. So we'll go ahead and get started right away. If you have a yoga block, we will use that. If you don't have one, you can still do this practice. So we're going to start seated in any comfortable seat that you'd like, and just take a moment to take just a few breaths, closing your eyes. Just letting yourself settle into your practice today. Enjoying, even if it's just 10 minutes of time for yourself. And then go ahead and open your eyes. So we're going to take the arms out to the sides. Imagine you have doorknobs in your hands, and you're just going to start to slowly turn the doorknobs back and forth. And as you do this, it should start to feel a little harder. And the most important part of this is to make sure that you're not letting the muscles in the back of your neck kind of join in or get bunchy or stressed. We're trying to keep this all in the shoulders. So if you need to bring your chin to the chest or kind of move the head around to keep those muscles relaxed, go ahead and do that. You want to be engaging the triceps, so feel like you're pulling the back of the arm up towards the bone. And then just keep moving the arms back and forth. I've been told this looks a little like a Jane Fonda move, which I thoroughly enjoy because I love Jane Fonda. So just keep going, and it should start burning. Go a little faster. This is a really nice way to strengthen the muscles in the upper back and the shoulders, the ones that you need in order to prevent that kind of quasi-mama hunch. Faster. Keep the neck relaxed. Arms strong. 10 more seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice. We're going to go ahead and transition to all fours and just head back into downward facing dog. So if you have warmed up already today, you can go right back into it. If you haven't yet, take the legs a little wider, pedal the legs out, push into the hands, and then inhale, rock yourself forward to plank pose. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, back downward facing dog. One more. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and set the knees down to the floor. If you have your block, go ahead and grab it. We're going to place the block at the top of the mat. And you're going to either take the webbing in between your index finger and the thumbs to the front edge of the mat, or you can turn your hands on the sides and kind of cup the block so the pinky edge of your hand is down, whatever's more comfortable for your wrists. So you want your shoulders to stack over the elbows. This is a really great pose for not only strengthening the upper back and the shoulders, but also opening the upper back and the shoulders. So you're going to hold on to the block, get your shoulders to stack over the elbows, tuck the toes under, and begin to lift the knees up. Keep the neck soft and loose. Keep pushing into the forearms. You want to try to feel like you're moving your chest back to your thighs. And then begin to walk the feet forward as much as you can, but without letting the elbows come over, or the shoulders come over the elbows. Nice easy breaths through the nose. And inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, lower. One more on each side. Inhale, right. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down. Drop your knees down to the mat. Take the big toes together. We're going to come back into child's pose, but keep the block handy here. Forehead down. So if you'd like to, you can start to scoot the block closer to you, and you're going to place your elbows on the block. Drop the head down between the arms, and this is just going to open the upper back a little bit more. Hands in prayer position. Take 5 breaths here. Inhale, go ahead and start to bring yourself up, move the block to the side. We're not going to come all the way up, we're going to come into thread the needle in child's pose. So you're going to lower yourself back down, walk the hands over to the left a good amount. So you want to open up the right side body. And then take the right hand, thread it palm face up under the left, and set your right ear down on the floor. Then inhale, lift your left arm up, bring it behind you, and either tuck it in the waistband of your pants or see if you can reach the right thigh. 5 breaths here. And then exhale, go ahead and release. Switch sides, crawl the hands over to the right. Get a big opening all through the left side body. And then left arm will thread under the right. And you could stay right here, or right arm comes up, either top of the waistband or to the left thigh. Five more breaths. Exhale, release the right hand, crawl them forward. Just get as much traction in the spine as you can here. And then inhale, bring yourself back up to all fours, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands, set the left heel down. Inhale to warrior 2. It's a nice wide stance if you're doing this well after your pregnancy. If you're pregnant or postnatal, then I want you to scoot the feet in a little bit narrower and not bend the front knee as much. Stay for one more breath here. And then take the right forearm down to the thigh, reach the left arm up and over the ear, feel that big side opening through the left. And then just really big sweeps with the left arm. As much range of motion as you can get here. 5 times one direction, and then we'll switch to the other direction. Change sides. Inhale, bring yourself back up to warrior 2. Exhale, hands down to the top of the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Other side, left foot steps forward, right heel down, inhale up, Virabhadrasana 2. Stay for a few breaths, just let yourself settle into the posture. And then take the left forearm to the thigh, reach the right arm over the ear. And then 5 sweeps one direction, and 5 sweeps the other. Change directions. Inhale, bring yourself back up to warrior 2. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank pose. Hold it. Exhale, back. 2 more. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, back. 1 more. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Step it between the hands for warrior one. Left heel comes down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. This time we're going to take the hands to the shoulders. And you're going to draw big circles with the elbows. 5 one way, 5 the other way. It's like you're trying to touch the elbows in front of you, or maybe they will touch. Change directions. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands down to the ground, step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, come on up. Hands to the shoulders, 5 times each direction, as big range of motion as you can. Change directions. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank pose. Shoulders stack over the wrist, pull the navel and gently towards the spine. Exhale, down dog. 2 more, inhale, forward plank. Exhale, down dog. Last one, inhale, forward plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set the knees down to the ground. I'm going to leave my toes tucked for broken toe pose. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can untuck the feet at any time. So we're just going to come into archer's pose, either half archer or full archer. I'll turn so you can see this way. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up. We'll start with the right hand touching the back. Grab onto the right elbow. You want to try to draw the chin up and breathe into the upper back as it opens, but then try not to let your front ribs or the floating ribs come out too much. Soften them down. You could stay there, or left arm out to the side, turn the palms, see if you can find fingertips. 5 breaths. Exhale, release the hands. We'll go to the other side. The nice thing about this is that if you find something that really seems to work or that feels good, or you're like, oh, that's just what I need, you can bring it back to your day whenever you need. All of these postures or these movements are pretty easy to replicate even if you're not on your yoga mat. Maybe come into the full bind, 5 breaths. We just have 1 pose left after this. And if you're using this as your yoga practice, you can end with a Shavasana. So I'll just guide you through 1 more pose. Go ahead and release the arms. So we're going to lie down on our back for bridge pose. So you're going to keep the knees bent, have the feet hip width apart. And if you're pregnant, I always found that it was fine for me to lie down flat for a brief moment, which is what we're going to do. And so I think you'll be fine. But if you're at a very late stage in your pregnancy and aren't feeling comfortable, of course you can skip this and to just work on hands interlaced behind you. Seated would be just fine too. So heels will come underneath the knees. Go ahead and lay down. Feet hip width apart. You're going to reach the arms up. Imagine you're holding something over your head. And then draw your elbows down to the mat right along your rib cage. And then push into the backs of the arms. Push through the inner edges of the feet, although all 4 corners of the feet are down on the mat, and start to lift the hips up. And then begin to walk the elbows under you. Try to see they probably won't touch, but imagine they could. Keep moving them closer and closer. When they can't get any closer together, interlace the hands under you, and then push the pinky edge side of the hand into the mat. And for most of us, we'll notice it feels like the knees want to fall out and we want to come onto the outer edge of the feet. Don't let that happen. Keep pushing through the big toe mound and the inner edge of the feet. It should feel like you're kind of spiraling the inner seam of the thigh down towards the ground. Lifting the chest up. Strong legs. 5 more breaths. And exhale, lower down. So again, if you are doing a full yoga practice, you can go ahead and come right into Shavasana. If this was just like a quick little, hey, I have 10 minutes, then you can just leave it at that and then just come back to any of those motions or those movements that you liked and see if you can incorporate them through your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste, mamas.